Lord, have mercy on her soul.
Vacation. You have to justify it to your friends, families, your fucking Twitter community group chat, your Discord servers you're involved in, of course your fucking parents and your siblings. School has become such a default option that deciding to not do school, you have to have like an insane justification. You have to justify it to your friends, families, your fucking Twitter community group chat, your Discord servers you're involved in, and of course your fucking parents and your siblings. Like, you have to justify it to everybody. I can go to school for psychology. No one's gonna ask twice. Why? I feel like you should really explain to me what the fuck you're gonna do with that degree. No, deadass though. There's so many pointless degrees. Your art degree is not taking you nowhere.
It's just the fact that it's the default. It shouldn't be the default.
It is an option.
It should be an option.
You can't pass the bar to become a lawyer without post-secondary education.
That's another thing. I hate this part of the argument where a dumbass gonna be like, oh, well, what if he's a lawyer? Like, of course, the lawyers and doctors, of course. We're not talking about them though, bro.
You have an art degree, buddy.
Yeah,
you're not even
there.
them.
Yeah, the nigga that has an art degree, that was going for film,
Business
that was going to
administration.
business.
I went to college for business. I didn't even graduate, and I am a business. I turned myself into a business, and I got like 2 businesses.
It's those.
So those degrees don't mean nothing. But I think I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's tough, bro. I think a lot of people should experience college, but not if you have to pay that much money. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of money. It'd be a lot of money, bro. People be in debt their whole entire lives. That's the only thing I don't like about college. It's like, why is it so expensive? But like, I could do other things and it's cheaper. Like, it's just, that's the part I don't like. It's like, when you go to college, they kind of put you, like, if it was a race, right? And the college person, basically everybody start at one line, right? If everybody that go to college has to take like a couple steps back, like, it kind of puts you back. Like, when you graduate, now you're in debt $200K. So now you're starting your life behind others. Do you get what I'm saying? If that makes sense. While everybody else is like working on their life, moving on and shit. But
y'all really do some dig deep and dog, do some soul searching.
I took an
ask
entrepreneurship.
yourself, what are you doing?
I took an entrepreneurship class in my 3rd year, and I had to sit there and really think to myself, what the f? Why is this institution teaching me how to work on my own? That's definitely something you learn by working on your own. It was mind-blowing that I was being taught a curriculum on how to work by myself and how to build shit by myself, and it wasn't even useful lessons.
That's the other thing
yeah, I think college is good networking. I have a degree and applied to over 200 jobs and nothing. Job market is trash. Yeah, exactly. You could do everything right, and the market of just jobs is just not there, bro. Machines are taking over people's jobs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything's automated now. Like, it's just...
I couldn't stay in college, bro. I was in college. I ain't graduating. I knew for a fact 85% of this shit I'm being taught will never use for the rest of my life, bro. Not never a day in my life, nigga. I ain't never used a Pythagorean theorem, nigga.
You don't know the 4 P's of marketing?
I don't give a fuck about that, nigga.
Oh, man, you gotta know.
That's why you hire an accountant for that shit.
You don't
nigga.
know the 4 P's of pricing?
Oh, who gives a fuck,
come on,
bro?
man. Come on, how you gonna price your products?
Everything about science that I learned, nothing. I don't even know what the periodic table is. Pointless in my life right now, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Instead of most people,
that's what I was gonna say, Leo. If you could somehow get a scholarship or a grant or an athletic scholarship, maybe you're playing sports, I think you should go to college. Because if you could go for free, go. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have money, I don't know, like your family got money, go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that experience is something that, you know what I mean, that I think is worth going. And I think the networking part and just learning how to be an adult by yourself, I think that's, I think that helped me a lot. Like, that part, but I didn't really learn anything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, maybe I could learn a trade that can't be replicated. Like, maybe I could be a plumber. You know, a whole bunch of dumb niggas being writers. Open AI is already gonna take your job in 5 years because you don't know how to look ahead. But now you're fucking 100K in debt and you're fucking voting for Biden on the 5% chance he actually does what he said he was gonna do and helps you out with your student loans. Nigga's not gonna do it. He doesn't give a fuck. He just got your vote. I feel like the fact that we're sitting here asking for politicians to bail us out of these incredible student loan debts, there's a whole bunch of niggas that didn't even use their degrees, is an issue. But for some reason, it's still the default. How is it still the default?
Heavenly with
even
the
though
10
it's not
gifted.
working for most people? And you know who the lucky people are?
Love you,
the ones
Heavenly.
that went to school not knowing what they wanted to do, and in one semester and 1 year dropped out. And that's actually half of people, bro. My program got cut in half in the second year. First half either dropped out or failed. They couldn't make it. Boom, they was out of there. But those people actually were lucky in that, like, if it's a horrible thing to find out 3.5 years in, 50K in debt in, that this is not what you want to do. And I know a lot of people that in their second year and third year, they transitioned to gen ed and just took a whole bunch of the generic courses until they could figure out they wanted 6 years into school. And it's like, yo, you were wasting time.
I know people that was on that went to college for like 7 years, bro.
And I feel like the only excuse, I always say this, the only reasoning to going to school and not knowing what you want out of it is if you either have scholarships that pay for the whole thing, or your parents is rich as fuck.
Or you genuinely just don't know what you want to do in life.
No, if you don't know.
If you don't know what you want to do in life, bro, do not go to school. That's one thing, like, do not, bro. I don't like how schools try to pressure you, make you feel dumb, make you feel left out for not going to school right away after high school, bro. If you don't know what to do, bro, do not put yourself in debt just to figure out what you're gonna do, nigga. You could do that at home for free, nigga. Do something else. Like, one of my mans went to the military. He went to a military school, which is free, but you just gotta serve time. You gotta serve like 3 years after you graduate. But he got schooling for free. Like, if you don't know what to do with yourself, you go to the army. You could start a business. You could start taking pictures on the gram. Like, it's like, don't put yourself 200K in debt to figure out what you're gonna do. Especially if where you come from is very humble and your family don't got it, no one ever went to college, and your mom don't got money, your dad don't got money. Do not try to figure out what you about to do.
Figure it out before you go to school.
I say
you don't have to rush to go to school. You could take a year, 2 years.
Oh, you take a year off. Yeah.
Yes, you don't have to.
No, I'm not saying go to the army. I'm definitely not saying. I'm just saying my man's. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't really know. You know what I mean?
Rush.
This is me being. This is serious. This is me being serious now. No more trolls. My problem with school, like Agent said, it shouldn't be the default. It shouldn't be the default option. The other problem I have with schooling in general is that how quickly so many things are changing in our life right now, where a lot of that shit y'all learning will be irrelevant a few years after you graduate, bro. I can and I'm gonna date myself here for a second, but when I was in school and I was like growing up in school, like when I was like a young like a teeny bopper in elementary school, right? But we were getting taught like how to use floppy disks.
Yo, they taught us abacus and cursive.
All that stuff.
What the fuck am I gonna do with cursive?
And then you'll find out, bro. I was being taught how to use a floppy disk, and that became irrelevant. Then I got taught how to burn on CDs, and that became irrelevant.
Taught you that?
Then we was running around. It was like
how to wear
computer labs. Like, that would be a part of like how to actually like burn.
That's not that crazy.
That's computer class.
Technology.
No, but then listen, but then it became thumb drives. So everybody's fucking walking around with the necklace with the thumb drive on attached to that shit. And then like not too long after that became irrelevant because everybody just uploads thing on the on Google Drive and stuff like. So then it's like all that information you just got taught is now irrelevant now. And the same thing is happening right now.
But you paid $50K
while we're actively doing it right now. Like you just said, like AI, bro. A lot of stuff y'all doing and saying and learning, bro. It might be irrelevant.
Babe, you've never been
like
to the
5
military,
or 7 years of you all in your career, bro.
You didn't hear? Like the Open AI software is currently making books and they're selling them on Amazon.
Bro, is this information that I'm receiving, is it not accessible in any other platform? More or less for free? Because when y'all be going there for film or people going there for the arts or y'all going
cinematography, like
all that stuff is readily available.
I'm a whole YouTuber. I never took no camera class, no camera that I'd go on YouTube, figure out how to use this camera, boom, okay, bet. ISO, you gotta turn the ISO is the lighting, boom. Like, I literally learned all of that from YouTube, bro.
online,
For
if
free.
not for free, but for a noticeably cheaper price than what you're getting.
But just
in college.
I know how to use
so like,
every
why
camera
would you
now.
like spending that type of money is crazy? But this is the thing that really bothers me. This really bothers me because people always talk about how like, oh, people drop out and then they have no other option, and they look stupid. Look at the data and the information. And to be fair, the data and the info does lean heavily into if you go to college, you finish with a degree, you're much more likely to make more money, especially because a lot of companies, they look to see if you have a degree or not. But I always tell people this, bro.
The job market is trash, though.
The average person like $50,000 to invest in themselves or $80,000 to invest in themselves, and then gave them 4 to 5 years to actually research and
work
learn,
as hard as the school makes them work.
Yes, and work them as hard as they're about to work in college. If you gave somebody who want to be a content creator and is genuinely passionate about being a content creator, and you gave them an $80,000 loan within a 4-year time, and they spent the same amount of time that they're about to spend on college on trying to figure out content creation, bro, majority of those people would be able to figure it out, especially if they're truly passionate about it. So this idea that people fail because they don't go to college, a lot of the reason why is because niggas are not just handing out loans for them to figure out how life works. They're handing out loans for you to just go to college. That's what's really happening. So you're not even giving these people the same resources that you're giving the ones who are going to college. But you can go to college if you understand what you're doing. If you understand what you're doing, if you really want to commit to it, then without a doubt. But this idea that like there's these generation after generation after generation, we have to convince 18-year-olds, 18, to sign over a massive amount of loans that will amount to hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time they get out of school and trying to pay back the interest. Man, get the hell out of here, bro.
And you can't default on it?
Can't default on it.
Not dead ass, bro. I'm not gonna lie, these niggas are spitting, bro. I came out of high school when I was 16, 17, going into college, you know what I'm saying? I had to take a loan out my first year because I walked on. I was a walk-on. And then all my other years was paid for. So I'm not too heavy in the debt, but like I got the money now. Like it's just, I think it's very crazy, you know what I mean? Especially if to pay all that money and then get a job that doesn't even equal that amount of money, even if you work there for 20 years, is crazy, I think. I had a man's that had a bachelor's, bro. Like a bachelor's, bro, and kid could only get a H&M job.
That's insane. Here's the part that got me fucked up. The biggest hoax in all of this. So when I tell people what I'm saying right now, the first thing they say is, well, you're a content creator. Not everyone can be a content creator. And then I think like, well, you must think I'm dumb. Like I've been to school for 3 years. I enjoyed my program, and my program was going to put me in the position I wanted to be in. This YouTube shit just worked out, so this is the direction I went in. But had it not worked out, I was still moving in the direction I wanted to go in, and my degree was gonna help me get there. So it made sense for me, even though I was $30K in debt once I dropped out after 3 years, and that shit fucking hurt to pay off. So the first thing people say is, oh, you're a content creator. Yo, bro, when we was in uni, every week they had someone from the industry coming in. Every week they would ask the same questions, and every week the people from the industry would tell me over and over and over again, we don't value degrees nearly as much as we value experience. To the point where in my third year, I started thinking like, yo, why am I not taking these niggas' advice? So then I began to just get hella experience. I got internships in the summertime. I was volunteering at every fucking school event. I was just trying to rack up experience because everyone's telling me experience is how you do it. But I had this stacked up fucking resume by the end of it. And now that I hire people, I also agree I could not give less a fuck what degree you have. Facts. So I heard it from the people that were hiring back when I was in uni. And now that I hire people, I don't care about your degree. That's not going to be the same for every job. But for a lot of jobs, your degree is a lot less relevant than your experiences. I could care less if you fucking graduated with some cinematography degree. What's your experience on Adobe Premiere, man? Like, what's your experience producing anything or directing anything or being a part of some team? Like, yo, you have to have actual skills that's gonna be useful, and school doesn't provide you with those. And then the second thing people tell me, Marcel, is that you need a backup plan. And it's gonna be a long day before you can convince me that.
But they don't have a backup plan.
It's not a backup plan to have a degree you're not gonna use and put yourself in debt you can't default from. That is a fucking destructive goddamn horrible plan B. If that's your plan B, you're basically burning the ships. You're hoping plan A fucking works. That is a god-awful fucking plan, man. I'm telling you, if you know you want to go
and
to
relationships for sure.
Go. Until you figure it out, chill. There is no rush, but the reality is, dumb niggas sit there and push you. You see all your friends going to college because all their parents, I swear, it's like your whole life, you're trained to believe this is the next step. It's not. There's many steps you can take. That's one of them. Treat it as an option, not the default, bro. And I hate when people argue with me on this because it's not even like I'm saying school is useless. I think the schools that are scams are like the Division I schools that be charging you like $50,000.
Like it's the same.
Bro, I'll never get over how people sit there and celebrate the black colleges and they charge the average student $50K a year, by the way, a year. I just can't get over it. That's fucking highway robbery to the exact people who, by the way, are disadvantaged by the infrastructure. They're claiming that they're gonna help.
And if we really gonna get into it, then who knows what they do with that money? Because it certainly ain't going.
Buy more facilities.
But it ain't really even going back to the school because there's been several reports.
Endowments?
Oh man,
you heard about those?
Oh man,
yo, these colleges got endowments like to the billions.
Y'all paying all that money, and then you look at all the other resources that you have on the campus. Fucking the gyms are still looking to.
Word, I didn't even know like Spelman is charging $50K, bro. That's beast a year. That's what I don't understand. It's like, nigga, somewhere like Duke is probably $100K a year, but they teaching you the same thing that like a school that's less. Like, I don't know.
Disgusting and nasty. The bathrooms.
But you can't pay 50K for HBCU, and then it don't have all the shit that like the other schools got, but you charge it because you're like a popular HBCU. That's tough.
Terrible. The dorm rooms barely got AC in them.
Look at this. Look at this.
College
Yale's endowment totals $41.4 billion. Now, what's
tell them what endowment is before they.
An endowment is basically a huge pot of money that they invest to become more money. It's basically just a pot of money that's being used to make more money. You would think they would use the money to improve the schooling infrastructure and things of that nature, but no, they just keep this money and hoard it and make more of it. When people say it's a scam, it's because it's overpriced. In all reality, you can go to community colleges and get an education with way lower risk.
But see, that's the real problem.
That's the crazy shit. You still get the same paper that you get from a community college. And like it's beast.
Problem is that once more, even when it comes to college, y'all don't even really present all the options. Y'all not even presenting the fact that, hey, for your first 2 years, you can go to community college. Niggas laugh at that as if like it's a problem. No, like you can literally save a boatload of money because you go to community college and you're getting the same 2 years. It's the same 2-year information you're getting from one school to the next. In most community colleges nowadays, you can just transfer your credits to a 4-year institution. That's not even really an option to you. So now you're going to a 4-year school. You're spending twice as much money for the same accreditation from the community college. So all again, the problem that I and many other people, it sounds like Adrian as well, it's not that college is a scam. It's the fact that it's being presented as if like it's the only option, and if you don't do it, you'll fail in life. But the reality is that, bro, there's so many more variables that come into like you succeeding in life. You're gonna have to still work hard. You're still gonna have to position yourself to make sure you can meet the right people. You're still gonna have to extend yourself excessively. And if most people did that to the degree in other aspects or other paths in which they are endeavors they're trying to get into, such as content creation or just such as you trying to get a trade, you would be just as successful, bro. But I'm just trying to give y'all a warning coming from somebody who went to school and didn't I was not a person who was really good at school. I graduated late from high school. When I went to college, I just knew instantly it wasn't it for me, and I was just doing it just because that's what you're just told to do. And realistically speaking, looking at the other options that were available, I mean, damn, like especially if you're not doing something you're not passionate about, you're just trying to maximize what you're trying to do, bro. You can be a manager at a retail store and earn $50,000 to $60,000. So I'm gonna sit here and they'll definitely favor experience more than you getting a degree. So like, why am I going to sit here and rush to get a degree when there's an option for me to earn 50 to 60K on a year-to-year basis, which is the average earning person? Like, why would I do that? Just be cautious, bro. Be cautious. Way more cautious, bro. Especially because some of the things y'all going to school for,
working a regular job is okay.
Nah, ASAP. Too.
Like ASAP, like that. You gonna go into school, apply for it. By the time you graduate, that shit might be irrelevant, nigga. Like dead ass, it might be irrelevant. The whole landscape of what you're trying to learn will just like that is gonna change, bro. So Yo, if you need it, you need it. If
Yeah, so me, I think, I don't know, it's tough. I think college for me, again, I wish everybody could experience it because it is an experience. I've made relationships and just experienced things there that I just don't regret, and I just won't. You know what I mean? I wouldn't change it for the world. But I think college it could be a scam, but I think if you again if you're a lawyer, a doctor, you know what I mean, you definitely need college for sure. Like there's no way to get around that. But I think like that what they're saying is like if you're like majoring in like cameras and shit, like in cinema, like I don't think it's smart, like because it just puts you in a it puts you so behind, bro. It puts you so behind, bro, and it's like everybody else is running while you're just behind, you know? I don't that's it's just Queen said I experienced different types of booty. Yo, stop, Queen. You know what I'm saying? But I just I think it depends on your major, man. I don't think you should let anybody if anybody is in college right now, I don't think you should let this video like discourage you or anything. Or if you're going to college or you always wanted to go to college, don't let it discourage you, bro. Because then you definitely don't want to end up just being nothing, you know what I mean? But like what they're saying is even if you graduate from college, you're still gonna have to work just as hard as the person that didn't. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like if you're not sure what you want to do, then maybe think about it before you go into debt. That's all I'm saying. Do you get what I'm saying? I've seen people go to college, not like in college, cry their eyes out, pop pills, Adderall, all of that stuff just to do the work and finish the work. Do you know what I'm saying? That's an extreme amount of effort. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you just put that kind of effort into other things, trust me, you'll be successful for sure. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then and I'm not gonna lie, again, there's a flip side to that. I've been in college and all niggas do is party, drink, have sex, like, be a hoe. Like, bro, that's all. Like, and you just, you in debt 200K for that. Is beast. I think that's beast. Like, if you're not going to college to take it very seriously, then don't go.